tell you the story of a Nigerian woman who has trained over 5,000 young Nigerians, who is currently lecturing at an international university. A Nigerian woman who has a textile artist factory in Lagos and Abuja. I will tell you her name. She's no other person than Nike Okundaye, the renowned Nike Art Gallery. Nike Okundaye was born and brought up in Osogbo, Nigeria. She never stood in the four-room of a classroom, but this woman has impacted millions of Nigerians home and abroad. So let me ask you, of what unique advantage is a formal education when this particular woman, Nike Okundayo, look within herself and search within her soul to clearly bring out the core point of our existence, that is impact? I will tell you, when we look at the formal education, it's just about the syllabuses that has been passed down to us years by years. Looking at the lecturer's notes and everything that they taught us in the four walls of a classroom, it's all about the years of writing lecture notes and passed down from one generation to another. So, does this encourage critical thinking? The answer is very clear: no. Formal education does not encourage critical thinking. I would also tell you an example of Dele Momodu, the renowned Dele Momodu of Ovation magazine. Dele Momodu graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University with a third class. Also, we all know about United Bank of Africa, the popular Tony Elumelu. Tony Elumelu graduated with a third class. Yes, although we would argue that they went through a form of formal education, but then this formal education that they went through could have suppressed their intellectual capacity and their confidence because of that grading system that they came out with. Thank you.
Formal education having no unique advantage, that is a fallacy. Let me begin by asking you, why you would spend 7 years in school to study? Without formal education, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be gathered here today. Because I believe you all will not be able to read the map or even get the vehicle to get to this venue today. It is because of formal education that we have judges today. You cannot get to any position in our country, Nigeria, without formal education. Without formal education, the president of Nigeria will not be where he is today. Without formal education, yes. Now, what is formal education? Formal education is any form of learning that exposes you to practical learning. Let's look at the aspect of technology. Without formal education, you will not be able to listen to me today, because this sound system is as a result of formal education. Because you need to go to the lab, study, and be able to come up with things that will help you and produce facts. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am not saying that informal education is not important. Yes, it is. But you cannot tell me that formal education has no unique advantage. Of course it does. Formal education has done a lot in our world today. Can you tell me that without formal education, we will have doctors who are able to treat and rescue human beings from death in today's generation? No. If we were still dependent on herbs, then I don't think we will survive. The pandemic that just concluded in Nigeria, what was able to solve it? Formal education, through raising doctors who are able to stand and produce practical needs that man generates every day. Formal education has unique advantage.
Thank you very much. My opponent came with a very amazing argument, and she mentioned the fact that if not for formal education, we would not have had the COVID-19 vaccine and all of that. But then I bet to disagree. I remember my grandmother and our popular agbo that cure my malaria every time I'm down with malaria. I have an AA blood genotype, and we are prone to malaria. But let me tell you, a human being is prone to the popular malaria tablet. If you miss a tablet, the tablet might not work for you. But when you go back to that freshly brewed agbo of my grandmother, trust me, you would come out straight, sweating and very energetic. So I better disagree that informal education is the best. Also, my opponent came to say that because of formal education, I can read the map. Very interesting. Do not ever, I repeat, do not ever put together formal education and language. English language is a language. I cannot go to a school and I can still understand English language, such as us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My opponent made mention of a number of people who didn't have formal education but have been able to impact the world in one way or the other. This is true, but may I inform you that without formal education, knowledge is invalid. You would not know how to put it into practice. You need formal education to be able to put facts into action, to be able to produce results. She also made mention of herbs. Herbs are good, yes, but can you all tell me that today if you have a challenge, you will run to a village to meet anybody? That's not true. Of course you will run to the hospital because you know it is faster and it is more reliable. Nobody wants to risk his or her life today with herbs that you do not know what leaf is going to be used to prepare it. Nobody wants to die, so everyone goes to the hospital and get properly treated. So ladies and gentlemen, formal education is really unique. It is. Thank you very much.